Hey y'all, we're back here, and somebody's probably watching these videos out of sync and going, man, he's always wearing the exact same clothes. No. And if you didn't see it earlier, I'm just recording a bunch of these at one time. But here's one a friend on the Banjo Hangout asked for, and I guess he must have asked for it around a year ago, and I don't remember if I got the message or if I didn't get the message or what the deal was. But anyway, this is an instrumental tune that Alan Shelton done back, I guess, in the 50s, and it was called Silver Bells. And this is kind of an unusual tune, as most of his instrumentals were. It starts out in the key of C and modulates to G. Excuse me, I think, thinking back now, I think maybe Don Reno did this song first and Alan did it after that. So either way, it's a fun tune, and it was, pardon me just a second. I'm actually uploading some of the other videos as we speak here. But it's a fun tune, and I really enjoyed hearing this one when I was growing up. I remember my grandpa Bill had it on a cassette tape. It was some kind of compilation thing, and he drove me to school every day, the whole time I was in school. And we used to listen to bluegrass every morning and evening coming to and from school. I was always raised around older people. I guess maybe I was kind of antisocial or whatever. I didn't associate with people my age as much as I did older folks. But I guess that's kind of the reason I get into banjo. So this is one of the first more complicated tunes that I learned, and I'll play it up to speed for you. It's been a while since I played it, so bear with me. Like I said, it starts out in C, modulates to G, and goes back and forth. Something like that, and there's different parts you can kind of make it your own and do them different ways, and you can go back and forth however many times you want to go. The song can go on 3 bars or 20 minutes. That's up to you, but it starts out in the key of C, and I'll try my best to slow this one down. This one is a little more complicated. So here's the beginning part in C. It starts on the 4th string. Notice I'm throwing a little few things like Reno in there. that kind of stuff like that. That's the first part. That's the C part. That's about as slow as I can do it. Like I say, I'm not a banjo teacher. I'm not used to doing that. Maybe I'll get used to it. Maybe I'll get better at that as I go along. And this is the second part. It actually stops right there. And there's a pause like in the banjo, but it instantly modulates to G. Boom, 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 G. Okay, we've got that far. There's actually a chime right here, or a, I think the right term for this is harmonic. This is on the 5th fret. And the way you get that harmonic is just barely touching your finger to the string over top of the 5th fret. Hopefully the camera's picking that up. This banjo doesn't really accentuate that harmonic a lot for some reason. But this is the beginning of that G part. The next, there's another harmonic coming up after that. It'll be on the 7th fret. Same thing. And so here that is. All that is right there is a modulation into a G7th. And usually the banjo plays this with a couple of breaks back to back, and the next break will be a high part. It goes. One kind of important part to some of Alan Shelton's playing and some of Sonny Osborne's playing is those slides up and down and, you know, accentuating. You can achieve that by putting your, not only noting the string, but laying your fingernail against the front edge of that. It's like your fingernail's acting as a slide bar, like on a dobro or pedal steel. It just accentuates it. But here's that upper part. Here's the part I think came from Don Reno. Okay, after you've done it, you stop, and there's going to come up a single string thing. If you've never done a single string, you're just using your thumb pick and first finger back and forth, almost the way, if you can imagine using a flat pick on a guitar. So it's the same kind of thing. And there's going to be some little pull-offs on this. And let me play it at speed for you. Right, you go. What I'm doing is going, and then open, so it's up to speed again. And you can drop your finger off. You can go. I think Alan just went. But I like to kind of add a little pull off in there, kind of make it sound a little classical, you know. A little jazz. All of this is just like that. So you're plucking and then plucking with your left hand too. So it kind of chime. This time it's going to be on your 12th fret because you're right there. You want to save time, so your harmonic's is going to be on the 12th fret, the double dot on the side. Same thing back down here again. 7th. That ends actually on the 5th string. That's sort of a Reno thing. Do it again, then. Fret. Go right back into that 7th right there again. And then you're going to start back up into your low part 6. Again, or whatever you want to do. You know, change it up and add some stuff. Like over time I added kind of a thing like, and I'll get into that a little later. That's you know, to some people it's very easy. To me it wasn't. It was kind of complicated. It's like playing guitar licks on it, and making it more like Reno, doing stuff like. You know, right quick, I will show you some of that. It's all based on scales. This is why you need to learn the scales on your instruments. And all scales are is you know, the consecutive notes one after the other, and the arpeggios are. And a lot of Don Reno's playing was based off of those. So your single strings are just following part of that scale, like. So what I'm doing there would be like and then like a scale in the G chord out there, and then to C. And, you know, it's a lot of that's just following the scales. It's a little harder to explain than it is to actually do. And then trick playing like Reno, you know, doing those little, you know, kind of things. It's actually derived from like a lot of Les Paul's playing. You know, kind of stuff like that. I'll try to work on that. I would actually have to make myself slow it down and figure out what I'm doing on my own. Some people are better teachers, I guess. They have that real knack for that. But anyway, that's Silver Bells. And if you have any more questions about it later on, I'll try to, you know, if there was anything I missed or whatever about that, I'll try to go back and hit it on a later video or whatever. Real quick about Alan Shelton's playing, if you are trying to get similar to that. Alan played with a different kind of hand form. It was more kind of loosey-goosey on the right hand, with his finger, pinky finger, directly in front of the foot of the bridge, straight down, and a looser hand form. So it was more like. And if you like that particular sound, just kind of loosen up and take the tension off. He was a very relaxed guy when he played. But that's it for that. I'm going to keep on trying to do a few more, whatever pops into my head. So, thank you.